This is a story I've heard about, but I want to ask you: is there kind of a story to how Fanta got started?
Yeah. Wow. So, so World War II breaks out. And that time, Coca-Cola's been trying for what would have been sort of 20 years to break into Europe. It's wanted to go international, and it's hammering away at Europe. And there's lots of things working against them, that Europe doesn't have quite the same weather or culture of drinking soda for it to work on. But it's basically been a disaster, except in Germany, where in the 30s, it's like Coca-Cola's finally got a foothold in Europe. It's going well. Oh, there's this kind of Nazis taken over. And it's kind of doing well, selling, I think it was like 1 million cases a year of Coca-Cola had finally kind of broken through. And of course the war happened. So immediately imports to Germany are restricted. British are not letting anything through. And, there's not really a way to get Coca-Cola syrup from the US into Nazi Germany. So essentially Coca-Cola Germany is cut off from the rest of the company and just becomes this sort of German Coca-Cola, which is rapidly running out of syrup to make Coca-Cola. Ooh. So the guy in charge, Max Keith, is basically trying to think of ways to save the company. And at the same time, it's war, so ingredients are getting restricted. So he hits on the idea of basically using the leftovers. So he went to cider presses and all the kind of squashed remains of apples in the cider press. Oh, I'll take that and use that to make a apple flavored drink. Or, there's some orange peel. I'll use that. And so basically using whatever random scraps he can uses that to make another fizzy drink to sell to Germans during the war, which gets named Fanta. Wow. So, he even described it as the drink made from the leftovers of the leftovers. It was...
Man, that's crazy. So, yeah, it's just literally made out of the... just because the war restricted so much stuff, it was just all that was left over, and it was just kind of these fruity flavors.
Yeah, and he was sort of doing it all over Europe, because obviously as the Third Reich kind of took over, kind of other Coca-Cola companies that existed in, say, the Netherlands or France were suddenly, oh, well, you're now part of Nazi Germany, so Coca-Cola Germany is now in charge of you. And they were doing things like, right, okay, well, you need to make this Fanta type thing as well. So, you have these like variations of Fanta kind of all over the kind of during the Third Reich kind of era. And it was essentially a way to keep the Coca-Cola business going during wartime, and kind of help protect some of the other people from getting shut down as well. So in a way, he kind of saved Coca-Cola's presence in continental Europe at that time by doing that.
So do you know if the name Fanta comes from anything, or if it means something?
It meant like fantastic.
Okay.
So that was it, basically. So it wasn't the most. There's not much of a story behind the name. He just asked his employees kind of come up with a name, and just went Fanta. And that was kind of it.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if it was like some weird Nazi propaganda thing or something like that, but not quite.
Yeah. No, and essentially, obviously, when the war ended, Fanta stopped being produced, and I think it was about 10 years before it came back.
Really?
Yeah. So, the sort of orange flavour one, which is, I guess we think of as the original, wasn't the one being made in kind of World War II Germany. It was basically, they revived the brand because essentially in mainland Europe, it had become quite a popular brand because it was pretty much the only soda around at that time. So it had name recognition. So it was kind of, that helped it sort of come back and help Coca-Cola go, well, we've already got this brand that, Fanta's not a bad name. So.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching this video. This is my dog, Murphy, and these are dog treats. Now I'll give Murphy one of these dog treats, and all you have to do is press the like button. Just press that little like button right down there at the bottom of this video, and this sweet, adorable, cute little puppy gets a treat. All thanks to you. All right, you did it? Okay, I believe you. You said you did it. There you go, Murph. She got that treat because of you. Now, I'll eat one of these treats, and all you have to do is click that subscribe button right there, pointing to it. Just click that subscribe button, subscribe to Curiosityness with me, Travis DeRose. Get lots of good video, and I'll eat this treat. All right, you did that too? That's not very good. Bro, not very